Ladies and gentlemen, allow me first to thank you for inviting me to be part of today's event, which is dedicated to Mr. Nakata Atsuhito, who lost his life on duty of the UN in Cambodia 30 years ago. It is captivating to see how the Japanese government and its people paid homage to UN representatives who gave their lives to promote peace and democracy overseas. There is nothing more dignified than that. Today's event brings me back 23 years ago to my country, Kosovo. I was a diplomatic advisor to the Prime Minister of Kosovo, and I participated in the first meeting of the UN Special Representative for Kosovo, Mr. Sergio Vieira de Mello, with the Prime Minister of Kosovo in June 1999, just a few days after the end of the war in Kosovo. De Mello stayed very briefly in Kosovo until the appointment of Mr. Bernard Kouchner, but he started the foundation of a system for building peace, freedom, and democracy in my country, values for which Mr. Nakata 30 years ago worked in Cambodia. Unfortunately, our friend Sergio de Mello was murdered in Iraq in August 2003 in defense of the same values like Mr. Nakata. I had the honor to work with the UN even later. In September 2000, I was co-head of the Department of Local Government, a joint institution of the UN and Kosovo, which was headed at the time by the head of UN representative, Mr. Bernard Kouchner. Carrying out this task, I experienced firsthand the good work done by UN volunteers in Kosovo. The UN was successful in the process of rebuilding Kosovo and especially in the process of creating democratic institutions. In this process, the government of Japan has played an important role. Kosovo is very grateful to the government of Japan for its role in the country's reconstruction process. On this occasion, I would like to thank some of the personalities who have been recorded in the memory of the new history of Kosovo. Sadako Ogata was the High Commissioner for Refugees of the United Nations during the war in Kosovo in 1998-1999. With her engagement, support has been provided for 800,000 Kosovo refugees in Albania, North Macedonia, and all over the world. I'm very glad that these people returned to their homes immediately after the war and worked to rebuild our country. I want to take this opportunity to thank Yuriko Koike, currently governor of Tokyo, who has helped Kosovo while having helped other official capacities, including helping to provide housing for hundreds of Kosovars returning to their homes in the fall of 1999. Ambassador Yoshifumi Okamura, who served as advisor to the special representative of the Secretary General within the United Nations mission in Kosovo. Former administrator in Skanderaj, Ken Yonoe, who is here, for his contribution to the field of humanity and peace in Kosovo. From the data of the Embassy of Kosovo, about 20 Japanese volunteers have served in the framework of the UN mission in Kosovo between 1999-2001 through the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. I was honored to meet and thank the former president of the International Court of Justice, Professor Hisashi Owada, who led the process of the opinion of the International Court of Justice on 22nd of July 2010, through which the court concluded that the declaration of independence of Kosovo is not against the international law. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to return your attention on this occasion to a topic that for me is crucial importance for peace, democracy, and freedom in the world: the reformation of the United Nations. The German philosopher Immanuel Kant formulated his basic thesis for the eternal peace, according to which the degree of the rights and duties that states have toward their citizens must be in accordance with the rights and duties of states vis-à-vis each other and vis-à-vis citizens of each other. Kant prefers the creation of a league of people, a federation of all free states. He prefers that states enter in relation to each other a constitutional construction through the contract, similar to the civil constitution respecting each other's right. It is a fact that the UN Charter talks about territorial integrity, peace and security, sovereign equality of all its members, freedom, self-defense, self-determination, but does not mention the name democracy at all. At the time when the UN was created, most of the member countries were not democratic countries. Today, the situation has changed for the better, despite the permanent danger to peace, freedom, and democracy in the world. It is in the interest of the states that the relations between them be peaceful and of mutual respect. But what should be done when states do not comply with the UN Charter? Should we react in case the leaders of the states use violence against other weaker states and peoples? The most brutal example of recent times is the Russian invasion against Ukraine in February last year. The UN Security Council was prevented from taking any kind of steps due to the fact that Russia uses its veto right against any initiative. So, the brutal violation of the UN Charter cannot be punished because of its rights to veto. This makes it necessary to review the reform of the United Nations in the direction of democratization, the decision-making process, and respecting the new phase in international relations created after the end of the Cold War. The international community, through the United Nations, has a responsibility to use appropriate diplomatic, humanitarian, and peaceful steps in accordance with the Chapter 6 and 7 of the Charter to help protect the population from the genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity, even from a country with its veto rights, such as Russia. With that being said, I would like to commend Japanese government and its people for contributing largely to the peace and prosperity not only for Kosovo, but to other countries in much need. In memory of Mr. Nakata Atsuhito, I close my remarks. Thank you very much.